There's no intro on this video. There's no thumbnail on this video. Why'd you click on it? Why'd you click on it? Yeah, there's only one word for the thumbnail, huh? Oh, what's he gonna talk about? Oh, is he gonna complain? No, I'm not gonna complain. I'm gonna complain. That was a lie. But yeah, today I'm just gonna be talking about stories that I have from school because I have a lot of those. Uh, if you're in my inner friend circle, you probably know about most of these because you were probably there. I mean, only one person really would know about this because they were the only one there for it. Everyone else I either haven't told or yeah, they don't remember. I don't really know. It's kind of weird. But I'm gonna go ahead and get to the first topic before I end up having a stroke and dying. I'm not even using the proper English. It's like 12 o'clock right now. I'm really tired. So let's just get into this. We're doing a Watch Mojo video, top 10. So for the first story, we're going to be talking about the time that I did something probably illegal. I don't really know. I'm sure in the school's handbooks it says to not do this. But then again, I've never actually read the school handbook. Like, who reads that? No one reads that. If you read that, you're a nerd, alright? I'm just saying. Probably play, I don't know, Roblox or whatever kids play nowadays. But I'm gonna stop dragging this video out as long as I can. I accidentally brought a gun to school. That sounds bad, I know it does. It sounds really bad. But it was entirely on accident. I didn't mean to. I swear it. Basically, how this happened was I was over at a friend's house and I brought an airsoft BB gun. Airsoft BB gun, kind of same thing. I don't really know. But it just this little toy revolver. Except it shoots BBs and would hurt if it shot you. So pretty much a toy revolver, except in America. I mean, at least in America it is. But basically, what the premise is, I think it would be really cool if I brought this over to my friend's house. Still think it's so cool. And it was really cool for a couple seconds because I quickly realized we didn't have any ammo for it. So we shot it like twice at some cans. Thought, oh, this is cool, and then stopped because we didn't have any ammo for it. And it wasn't fully loaded, so we only got 2 shots out of it before it was very disappointing. But I'd been picked up from school when I was going to these friends' house. So naturally, like any normal sane person would do, I put the gun in my school bag because I think that I'll just take it out when I get home. It'll be okay. I didn't take it out when I got home. It wasn't okay. I get to school, completely forgot I'd done anything. Like put a gun in my bag. But I get to school, I reach in, pull out my folder, and then I see, oh crap, that's a gun. I shouldn't have done. Oh no, I'm so screwed. What if a teacher sees I have a gun? I got really scared because, you're not supposed to have guns at school. They don't like it when you do that. So, the next thing that I can recall happening was, this isn't a part of the gun story. I finished that already. That's probably about as much as I'm going to talk about that. About every year, I don't do it anymore because I don't live in the same town. We did something called a bandathon. It's where a bunch of people from band got together and just did one big thing. We'd play our instruments, eat pizza, and like do all the fun stuff. Like eat so much sugar your blood turns into maple syrup and like cheese and stuff like that. Everyone's done it. If you haven't, you're not living. You need to go out and give yourself a food coma. It's really fun. That's aside from the point. That's not the story. But what was happening is we're just chilling, minding our own business, and some weird, creepy high schooler people walk up behind us while we're sitting at one of these crappy school lunch tables. And what happens is these crazy high schoolers are just like, "Guy, do you realize how disrespectful you've been? Like, what have we done that's disrespectful?" And they're lecturing us on how we made the substitute band teacher, not the substitute band teacher, the band side person. I don't know what they're called, like one of the student teachers, but like, you guys are being so disrespectful to her. You don't even realize that she is just so mistreated. Oh, and going on this big sob story. Like, yeah, okay. So the sixth graders are a bunch of just absolute pieces of crap. Like, no one likes the sixth graders. I'm sure one day the sixth graders will look back on themselves and think, "Ah, geez, you were absolute pieces of crap. I hope we never do that again." But that's probably not going to happen, because they're absolute pieces of crap and no one likes them. If you're a sixth grader, which probably isn't going to happen since 2 people watch my videos, I feel no shame. I don't like you. But anyway, they're over here, some crazy high schooler kids just lecturing us about how disrespectful we're being. Just spitting straight venom at us, just attacking us personally for crap that we didn't even do. And we're like, "What? We didn't do this. Why are you lecturing us?" And then they go on some other stuff. I don't remember what it was, because quite frankly, I wasn't paying attention. I didn't have the willpower for that conversation. And then after that, after we say, "We have no idea what you're talking about, we have not done any of this stuff," they go over to the kids next to us, and they start doing the same thing to us. And they're like, "Oh, come on, look at these nerds over here." Like, what? Imagine being so much of a teacher's pet that you're just going around lecturing people on stuff you didn't even do, just like yelling at anyone who will listen. Like, that, why would you do that? But these people are just absolutely crazy. Like, I see this one go over to her sister, and she's like grabbing her by the hair and yanking her all over the place, just being an absolute scumbag. I'm like, "Oh, come on. How do these people actually exist?" Like, I didn't think they were real. I thought they were along in the fiction category, like people with red hair and, Australians. Like, how do these people actually exist? Like, how do you have just be so much of an absolute scumbag? I guess I don't get it. If you're a scumbag, leave a comment down below and tell me how you live with yourself. I want to know. But this video is like 10 minutes long already, so I'm just going to get to the next one instead of yelling about society and how we live in it. So the past 2 stories I've been telling are pretty recent. The gun story happened about 5th grade, and the other story that I can't remember about the crazy high schoolers yelling at us happened in like 7th or 6th grade. So they weren't too long ago, within the past 5 years. But for this next one, I'm going back way far, like back to like 1st grade. Back whenever I was just like a 4-foot tall little stick man walking around with no meat on him. Like, I'm really skinny, for reference. I'm not anymore. I'm a normal human, unlike all you weird stick bug people out there. You know who I'm referring to. There's only like one person. Yeah, this is an attack. But aside from that, me and Brody, you see him in some of my videos. He's the other idiot that I run around with. We're out on the playground, eating crayons and shoving ladybugs up our nose like any normal 1st grader would do. And there's this kid who just comes out of nowhere. I'm not going to say his name because I don't know if he watches my videos, and if he does, I don't want him to feel attacked by it. I don't want to, feel like I'm being mean to anybody, because I really don't want to do that. Even though I'm being mean to people, it just makes me feel better if I don't say their names. But this kid just comes out of nowhere. We're playing on the swings. We just ate a whole pack of Crayola. We're feeling good. And he comes out of nowhere and is like, hey, can I play this game with you guys? And, we're swinging. We're like, no, sorry, you can't. This is a 2-player game. So then, he gets all pouty and runs off to the teacher. You can see the teacher looking at us like we're Satan spawn. Like the guys that I just punched on the video you're seeing. They're looking at us like we're Satan spawn. Like we're evil, absolutely just despicable people. And then they tell us to go to the principal's office. Uh-oh. What did we do? We didn't do anything. We're just swinging. Like, we're playing on the swings. We got a caterpillar hanging out of our ear. But, like, what's wrong with that? I mean, we're just trying to be as normal as possible. And we're in the principal's office sitting there, wondering what's going on, knowing our parents aren't going to be happy because we just got sent to the principal's office. And then in comes this kid who's really sad. It's the same kid, mind you. And like, oh, what did this guy do? Did he tell on us? What? We didn't do anything. And he says we're being mean to him and making fun of him, even though we said he can't come swing with us because we don't want him to. You can't see my facial expression right now, but it's like, the best way I can describe my face is the face Vsauce makes when he asks any question. Like, that's not a very good reason to tell the principal on someone, they didn't let you swing with him. That's kind of... And, if he just said that they won't let me swing with them, then, like, would the teachers do anything about it? No, they don't get paid enough to care about some kid not getting what he wants and, playing with the cool kids on the swing. Like, they're not gonna do anything about that. They don't get paid enough. But, whenever it's something like the parents could get involved, and you lose money, then it's a problem, Like, ah, crap, this kid's getting bullied. We don't want to deal with his parents. Alright, we'll send him to the principal's office for being bullies or something. And then the principal comes out, and got the wooden paddle of death, about to, smite us to the underworld. We got they put the fear of God in us that day. We're just terrified. And they say, so, are you bullying this kid? We're sitting there, like, tears coming out of our eyes, like, no, we didn't bully this kid, I swear. And we explained to the principal what happened. We're like, we were just playing on the swings, and this kid said, can I join you? And we said, no, sorry, we are playing with each other. We don't really want anyone else right now. And then, the principal thankfully puts down the paddle of death. Our lives were spared, fortunately. But that's not where it stops. This goes on for the rest of the year. And like, oh, what? We'd be in the principal's office every week for the same reason. The same kid's like, these kids have been bullying me. Oh, woe is me. Like, the same thing every time. I don't know, like, maybe the teacher's brain, like, what's the best way to describe this? If you've ever seen a grape, that's like their brain size, because they kept falling for the same thing every time. Like, every week we'd be in the office for bullying the same kid for the same reason. We wouldn't let him swing with us because we didn't want him to. Like, that's just the worst reason to be in the principal's office. I'm just going on this. This was like, how long ago? 5 years ago? 6 years ago? Way too long ago. But we're cool now with the kid. I don't even know if he still lives in the same place anymore. But that's another one. That's another one. This is the longest section I've done so far, because it's one I have the most memory of, because it was just so bullcrap. Because my parents would ask me every day when we got home, so why were you in the principal's office this week? because some kid said I was bullying him, but I really wasn't. I was just swinging on the swings. And, you know, they said the same thing every week until eventually it was just, let me guess, same kid, swing set? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that makes sense. 'Cause we were in the principal's office every week, sometimes twice a week. Like, we shouldn't be doing that. Why would I want to spend my time in the principal's office when I could be outside eating, you know, pieces of grass I find on the ground and, you know, discovering new diseases? Like, why would I not want to be doing that? Just spend my time in the principal's office. Ugh. Well, anyway, lingering on this for too long. Let's go to the next one. This one will be fun. So, this video is already getting kind of long. It's like 15 minutes. So, I have time for one more story. I might make another video like this soon. I don't really know. It depends on how well this one does, or if I can think of any other story videos to make. But this last section is about a teacher. Now, if you know me, like, personally, then you'll know, all the teachers I've had, they've hated me. Probably because I'm smarter than all the teachers, because they have, like, an IQ of... Saying they have an IQ of a vegetable would just be too generous. Like, the oxygen you breathe has a higher IQ than the teachers, which isn't, you know, that's really insulting to the oxygen, really. But what would happen is I would go in, do my homework, and then the teachers would actually do stuff they probably shouldn't do, very biased. You know, there would be kids in the back of the class, you know, like kids in the back of the class do, making drugs, eating food, reestablishing communism, all the normal stuff you see kids in the back of the class do. Then, the teacher makes me sit right by her desk. And this is most of the teachers, not just one specific teacher. And, you know, if I speak, they're just like, no, bad. You know, the standard teacher voice, like a mix between someone who's been smoking their whole life and what a coach sounds like, you know, like they got sand in their throat. But all the teachers, they didn't really like me. I'd go as far to say they hated me. And that kind of carried over. I hated all the teachers too. Sorry, the Doom gameplay is going to be gone for a couple minutes because I am on the pause menu. But I'm going to focus on one teacher who I had twice in my whole time at school. One in 2nd grade, one in 8th grade. So in 2nd grade, you know, I'm just a impressionable little kid. I'm not gonna think this person's evil when I see them, you know, just because they're horrible people to me. I'm not gonna think they're evil because I'm a child. I don't think that. But you know, after 2nd grade, like in 5th grade and on, I could see, geez, that teacher sucked. I'm glad I don't have her anymore. Well, I must have jinxed myself because in 8th grade I have the same teacher for English. Oh no, absolute same. Me and a buddy sat together. You know, we talk as buddies do, you know. Most of the time we just be sitting in class doing some stupid study guide on like Kahoot or something. Something we haven't already done a million times. And, you know, she'll get on to us for existing, I guess. Like, if you breathe in a weird way, instant death, you're dead. Like, that's not even a joke. Like, of course the death part is a joke. You're not allowed to do that for legal reasons, but she was just so cruel. Honestly, it was horrible. Because she would always look for anything to get on to me or my friend. Mostly me, because if she said something, I'd be like, oh, actually, this is what happens. Because I'd always have the answer. It got to the point where I eventually stopped answering her in class because every time I said something, she would always like twist what I said out of proportion and get me in trouble for it. Now, I know I said I was only gonna talk about one teacher, but the subject of teachers just made me think of the one teacher who has ever made me had a full-on emotional breakdown. Like, I don't normally do that, but this time I did, because we're doing a project. I get the two worst kids in the class. One kid has mental issues, so I guess I can kind of see why he wouldn't be there. And the other kid is just a straight up idiot, so he was not there half the time. He was in ISD, or ISD, in school detention, out of school. I don't know what the other one is called. But then I'm doing all the work by myself, and after I finish, because we were the first class to finish our project, since there's like 3 kids in our class. That's a joke, there were like 7 kids in our class. But, I'm just sitting there thinking, okay, well, she says that we finished fast, and she's gonna give us a reward. What does that mean? She gives us free sodas. Whoa. I get a Dr. Pepper out, and I'm just sipping on, or I haven't even sipped on it yet. No, I don't know why I'm trying to think this story has a happy ending. And I'm about to open it up, and then she says we're gonna watch a movie. This day just can't get any better. And then some of my friends, they say, hey, look at this. They pull out a glow-in-the-dark highlighter, draw on their hand, and then it's just like, whoa. It glows? That's the coolest thing I've ever seen. So then I draw the little smiley face on my hand, make a little hand puppet, and like, oh, look at me, I'm so funny. And everyone else does the same thing. But then she looks over at us and just like spits fire straight into my face, saying, stop doing that, it's immature, that's not funny. And then I'm like, geez, sorry, I didn't mean to make you angry. And then she took that as kind of insult to injury. So she says, you know what? You don't get to watch the movie. So she takes away my soda after I did all the work in my group. My crappy group still got their soda and got to watch the movie. But I don't get my soda. Well, what the heck? I have to sit out in the hallway for the whole hour? Oh, what the heck? This is just screwed up. Teachers would walk by and say, how long have you been out here? I think the whole hour. Like, oh, geez, what'd you do? I drew up smiley face on my hand highlighter. You want to look at it? And like, that's just a bullcrap reason to be out in the hallway, if you ask me. Now, you'll notice most of these stories are either me complaining about something or me talking about something that I did, which isn't very much. I don't really like the whole complain about videos, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Actually, that doesn't make sense. I don't get paid for this. I should get paid for this. I feel like I'd be pretty good. Go donate to my Patreon, I guess. I don't have a Patreon. I should make a Patreon. Give me money, is what I'm trying to say. Your money belongs to me now. Gotta hand it over. Yeah. Now that I got done begging for your money, actually, I should stop begging. I should just demand you to give me your money. The video is like 20 minutes long. If you watched all the way through, wow, you're really cool. You should get a sticker saying, I watched through the whole video. If you skipped, it doesn't count. You don't get the sticker if you skipped through any of the video. But if you did, text me. I'll send you a sticker or something. I don't really know. At this point, I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I'm more surprised if you could just sit through 25 minutes of me just spewing random words out of my mouth. Like, most of the time it isn't even proper English. Like, I'm just saying words. I got a topic I stay on. I just kind of get off topic, Oh, what is he even saying anymore? Is he speaking English? What is this? Yeah, I'm gonna end the video at 25 minutes because that's a cool number. I like that number.